There is a thief that doesn't break into your house, doesn't steal your phone or your wallet, yet every day it robs millions of people. This thief steals joy, steals peace, steals productivity, steals sleep. And the saddest part is, most people never notice until it's almost too late. That thief is negative energy. And the reason it's so dangerous is because it doesn't always come in the form of loud shouting or obvious anger. Sometimes, negative energy comes dressed in familiarity. Sometimes, it sounds like advice. Sometimes, it lives in the silence between two people who have nothing kind left to say. You wake up one morning and you're tired before the day begins. You haven't done anything wrong, but everything feels heavy. You scroll through your phone and feel less than. You go to work and feel unseen. You walk back home and feel like you're disappearing. What's really happening? It's not just fatigue. It's not laziness. It's that your spirit is being drained slowly, silently, by the energy that surrounds you, by the things you listen to, the people you entertain, the unresolved thoughts you rehearse in your head. You're losing energy, not because you're weak, but because something around you is toxic and you've been inhaling it every day. Negative energy is subtle. It starts small. A sarcastic comment here, a backhanded compliment there. Someone saying, "You think you're better than us?" when you try to make a change. And little by little, it wears down your self-belief. It teaches you to second-guess your instincts. You stop sharing your wins because someone will always have something bitter to say. You stop trying because the energy around you doesn't celebrate effort, only perfection. You become quiet, then numb, then lost. And all the while, people ask you what's wrong. But how do you explain the pain of being drained by something invisible? Sometimes the most dangerous environment isn't the one filled with chaos. It's the one where your light is dimmed so gradually that you forget you ever had one. You stay in that relationship where you're never affirmed. You stay in that job where your ideas are never heard. You keep calling people who make you feel like a burden. And you tell yourself, at least I'm not alone. But there's a kind of loneliness worse than being by yourself. It's being surrounded by people and still feeling empty. That is what negative energy does. It keeps you close to what's familiar, even when it's slowly destroying you. And let's be honest, some of that negative energy doesn't come from others. It lives in you. It lives in the unhealed parts of your story, in the grudge you've held for years, in the belief that you're not enough, in the way you speak to yourself when no one is listening, the words you repeat in your head. I'm a failure. I'm always messing up. Nobody truly cares about me. I'll never get there. I always come last. Those words carry energy, and energy carries consequences. You may not see it on the outside, but it affects your posture, your decision-making, your relationships. It shows up in the way you settle, the way you hide, the way you give up before you even try. So how do you fight this silent thief? First, you become aware. You stop ignoring the heaviness. If you walk into a room and your body tenses up, trust that. That's not your imagination, that's your spirit reacting to energy. If you talk to someone and feel smaller afterward, pay attention. If your dreams die in certain conversations, you've been sitting in poison. Your mind, your heart, your soul, they all speak. The question is, are you listening? Second, you start choosing your atmosphere. Stop waiting for peace to fall on you like rain. Sometimes you have to create it. You curate your space. You silence the noise. You mute the account that makes you feel insecure. You stop answering calls that disturb your spirit. You walk away from gossip, even if it's tempting. You make a decision not once but daily that you will protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Healing begins when you stop giving unlimited access to limited people. When you realize that not every message deserves a reply. Not every invitation deserves a yes. Not every memory deserves to be replayed. Some things are heavy simply because you've been carrying them for too long. And no, healing doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. It means sitting with the pain, processing it, forgiving it, and then releasing it. Because as long as your heart is full of yesterday's damage, you will never have space for today's blessings. Sometimes, you don't need new opportunities, you just need a new mindset. You don't need new friends, you just need peace. And peace doesn't mean everything around you is calm. It means everything inside you is not being controlled by chaos anymore. You can be in a storm and still be still. You can walk into hard places and still carry your light. So let me ask you, when was the last time you felt genuinely light? Not fake smiles, not public laughter. I mean that soul-deep lightness that comes when you know you're not carrying emotional toxins. If it's been too long, then this is your wake-up call. Take inventory of your energy. Look around. Look within. Ask yourself hard questions. Who are the people that energize me? Who are the people that exhaust me? What habits are feeding my anxiety? What content am I consuming every day? Is it building me or breaking me? What thoughts am I rehearsing when no one's watching? These aren't just casual questions. These are spiritual checkpoints. Because until you protect your energy, you'll always feel like you're running a race with no finish line. And if you're surrounded by negative energy today in your home, your job, your circle, let me remind you, you are allowed to leave. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to choose you. That's not selfish. That's survival. That's healing. That's maturity. There will always be people who don't understand why you had to create distance. That's okay, let them talk. You are not responsible for their misunderstanding. You are responsible for your peace. You owe it to your future self to be whole. You owe it to your calling to be sound. You owe it to your dreams to stop living in emotional chaos. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be intentional. Cut the noise, clean the space, clear your mind, and then watch how your life changes. Because once you remove the silent thief, joy comes back, clarity returns. Your spirit begins to breathe again. You feel lighter because you've stopped carrying what was never yours. You begin to attract better because you've become better. You finally see clearly because the fog is gone. And in that clarity, you remember who you are. So protect your energy. It's your most valuable currency. It's the foundation of everything. Because in this life, it's not just about what you do. It's about what you allow. And the moment you stop allowing negative energy, you step into power. So as you walk away from this message, I want you to pause. Not just scroll. Not just move on. Pause and reflect. What have you been allowing in your space that's draining your strength? Who have you been holding on to that keeps dimming your light? What thoughts have you made a home for that no longer serve the person you're becoming? It's time to let go. Time to cleanse the room of your heart. Time to remove the thief at the door of your joy. You don't have to fix everything today, but you do have to begin. Protect your space. Guard your peace. Heal your atmosphere. And remember, your energy is sacred. Don't give it to just anyone or anything. Because when you start choosing peace over pressure, clarity over chaos, and healing over noise, you become unstoppable. Thank you for staying with me to the end of this message. If it touched something in you, please subscribe to Motivational Dose for more powerful words that build, heal, and inspire. This is not just a channel, it's a movement, a family, a place to grow. And we're just getting started. Until next time, stay grounded, stay growing, and God bless you.